Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good afternoon, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk. Hope you're having a great day so far. Joining us today on the Live Desk is Robert Jack, a local artist who has some pretty incredible pieces of art as part of ArtPrize this year. Robert, thank you so much for being here today. We're very much looking forward to having you on today.
Yeah, I am excited to be here.
All right. Yeah, no, and you know, part of the reason we did want to invite you on is because there is a pretty exciting event going on at Perwinkle Fog where your art is currently being displayed. We'll get to that in a bit. But Robert, you know, one thing I found super fascinating about your pieces and specifically your story as an artist is that you're actually self-taught. How did that sort of come to be? Around what time did you really start experimenting with art and really just develop a love for it and really a passion?
All right, well, I hope you can see this okay. My parents held on to a pretty extensive archive of my early artistic pursuits. This is from 1990 when I was about 4.
Wow.
So, like most kids, I love drawing and doodling, but my parents noticed that I just wouldn't stop. So they were just really supportive all along, my whole childhood, really encouraging me to stick to it and letting me play with all kinds of tools to see what I lean towards. They got some advice somewhere along the way. They asked someone what they should do with me, and the advice they received was don't put him in art because I was already developing some good habits, and they were concerned that I would end up losing those good habits if I went to art school. So I ended up being homeschooled growing up, and this was in the 90s when I didn't even have YouTube tutorials to help me out. I just kept drawing and practicing, and it became a way for me and my dad to spend time together because he likes to draw too. We would sit down and draw together. And like most boys, I was obsessed with dinosaurs, especially when Jurassic Park came out in '93. I was 7 years old and I still haven't recovered. It was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. So dinosaurs and art have just always been a part of my life.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, even in that drawing you just showed, it looked like you were trying to draw some dinosaurs, which I think is super interesting considering that most of your artwork now revolves around dinosaurs, including your ArtPrize pieces. We're going to show a couple of them right now on the screen, Robert. I want you to just kind of talk me through really why do you like dinosaurs so much? You mentioned kind of growing up with them, and really everybody remembers going through maybe a phase of being really into dinosaurs. And why is that sort of just stuck with you and really just bled into your artwork now?
Yeah, looking through the archives of the stuff I drew when I was, a little kid, I just never grew up. I'm still drawing dinosaurs and tractors and trains. I do enjoy painting and drawing all kinds of things, wildlife, landscapes, but I do keep coming back to dinosaurs. I think I always will. They tap into something that's really special. And it's an interesting bit of feedback. I was thinking about this today. Someone sent me a message. They'd seen the art there at ArtPrize, and they were telling me how much they enjoyed the art, that it was very whimsical and well done. But they made it a point to say, and I'm not a dinosaur fan, but I still liked it. And I love hearing that. That's really sweet. But what I find interesting about it is that most people are animal lovers. And I don't know why we draw a line and that's something I want my art to accomplish in a way, is to kind of stop boxing dinosaurs into the movie monster definition and look at them as animals, beautiful animals. Dinosaurs, that ecosystem was way more diversified than anything we've seen on this planet since. Animals of every shape and size filling every biological niche, and they're just endlessly cool. And what a gift that they're so mysterious, that we get to use science to an extent, but then resurrect them with our imagination. It's a beautiful thing, and you feel like a kid again when you do it. So through the artwork, I kind of like to show people what I imagine when I look out the window, just picturing these things interacting in unexpected settings. It brings a smile to your face, and I hope that people enjoy doing that.
Right, no, and Robert, I love hearing you talk about it because you can clearly tell that you do have a huge passion for not just your artwork, but also for dinosaurs. And a lot of your pieces, they feature the dinosaurs, but they also kind of feature them in a way that makes it seem like maybe they're still living among us. Is there maybe, another meaning behind your artwork, or was it just kind of something that came to you and an idea that's how you wanted to set up your pieces for ArtPrize?
Okay, so this is a funny story. So I have an aunt who a few years ago I painted a simple landscape with a barn. That was it. And she said, finally, you can paint something other than dinosaurs. This is what I like. And very well-meaning, she didn't mean to be rude or anything, but I'm a brat. And I was like, okay, all right, if that's how it's going to be, then I'm going to continue painting those scenes, but I'm going to sneak dinosaurs into all of them. It was just me being snotty. And but then I found that I really enjoy doing it, and that there's an audience for it. People connected with that. There's just, it kind of brings you back to your childhood of, if you can remember what it was like to be bored in the car when you were a kid in the 90s, you'd look out the window and kind of just let your imagination run wild. So I'm still doing that. One of the paintings that I have there in ArtPrize is a painting of a barn. It's a hay barn. I've got an animal called the Diabloceratops wandering out of the hay barn. That barn is just down the road from us. I drive by it whenever I go to visit my parents. And one day the lighting was just right, and I just pulled my car in, took some reference pictures, and imagined, oddly enough, it's for a therapist to sort out, I guess, but I was just picturing what it would be like to have dinosaurs wandering around, and I painted it. And so it's a way for people to kind of, see what it's like to be me for a minute, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Scary as that sounds.
Right. No, it kind of combines, the two parts of you, your sort of every day-to-day life, with that barn being so close to you, and then also just your love for dinosaurs. So it's actually quite beautiful, Robert. I don't know if you realize that. That's actually very endearing there. Kind of wanted to switch gears a little bit, though, real quick, Robert. I mentioned earlier in this conversation that you're going to be hosting a sort of meet and greet, semi-demonstration tomorrow at Perwinkle Fog. Talk to us a little bit about that. What's going to be happening, and what does it mean to you to be a part of something like that at Perwinkle Fog?
I can't wait to be there. It means a lot. For the last several years, my whole platform has just been social media. So all this work, it's kind of a solitary endeavor. You sit here painting, put it out on social media, get some feedback that way. But to actually have the art out there where people can see it in person, even if they don't like it, it's just so valuable for me to have people experience it that way. So I'm so grateful to be a part of ArtPrize. The caliber of the artwork in the city is just, I'm so privileged to even be part of it. I'm really excited about that. And the location, I got to meet Susan and, was it Lisa? I believe, yeah, Susan and Lisa there at Perwinkle Fog. Great people. I got to hang out with them for a while we were installing it. They told me a bit about the Ledyard building itself, this iconic historical building in the heart of the city, and it's just a beautiful spot. And so when I get there tomorrow, the plan is keeping with the theme of dinosaurs in unexpected settings. I'm gonna try to bring a dinosaur right downtown. The Ledyard building is 4 stories tall, and so was Brachiosaurus. So it seemed like a no-brainer. I've got it all sketched out here. A little sneak peek here. So I sketched this on a piece of hardboard. We've got our subject here with the Ledyard building in the background there. And I'm going to be painting it with casein paint, which I will talk your ear off about casein paint. It's very cool, underappreciated medium, but I'll spare you the boring details. But if you come by in person, I'll tell you all about it. It's a really, really neat way of painting these animals, or any on plein air, especially work that you want to do. Casein is a great tool to have in the toolbox. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow.
Yeah, no, fantastic stuff. Well, we're looking forward to it, and just as a reminder to everybody watching, that meet and greet demonstration will kick off at Perwinkle Fog starting at 5 p.m. tomorrow. You can find more information on that right now over on our website, woodtv.com. Robert, thank you so much for stopping by the live desk today. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It was great to talk to you, Phil.
All right, absolutely. And I want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.